Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is a sinking funds update for January 2025. So don't forget to like and subscribe and let's get started. So yes, this is the first sinking funds update for the year. And I don't know why the money's sitting like that, but I've got £80 to put into my sinking funds binder. I am only going to use the one binder today rather than my Christmas one or school holidays one. But let's get started. So yes, this comes from, if you're new here, all of the sinking funds I have are funded from my side hustles, whether that's through YouTube or through Etsy or anything else. And so it's quite a good month for me, to be fair, but January is always tricky because December's so expensive. Everything that I'm going to show you, you can get in my Etsy store. I will leave a link below if you want to. I love this system. And yeah, let's get started. So, like I said, I've got £80. It's in all £10 notes today, which is useful actually rather than 20s. It means that they can go into more things. So, I'm not actually going to put anything in the first birthdays one. I am, however, going to put £10 in my oldest son's birthday fund. His birthday is first. And that's going to go quite nicely as we go through the year. I'm not going to put anything in my youngest son's birthday purely because he's just had his birthday, so at the moment it's not a priority. His will become a priority later on in the year once it's closer to that. And like I said, all of these different envelopes are available if you want to join me in your own sinking funds journey. So again, I'm not going to put anything in school uniform. At the moment they're all set for school uniform, and so hopefully this won't need to be used for a while. School shoes likewise, so they don't need any new school shoes yet. Well, hopefully for quite a while, but they tend to, especially they both tend to kind of just, I don't know what they do in their school shoes. They play outside and something happens to them. I wish they'd get changed into like their PE trainers, but they don't. But for now, school shoes isn't going to have anything in there either. So the next one that's there is car, and I am going to put £10 in the car fund purely because it's always good to build that up in that sense. How much is in there already? So there's already £30 in the car fund, so I'm going to add in another £10 there. That's for car repairs really. And hopefully, touch wood, I don't need to use that anytime soon. And then following on the car one is the car MOT and service. And again, I'm going to put, how much is in here at the moment? Let me see. There's £20 in there at the moment. I am going to add an extra £10 into that to make that £30. Obviously that doesn't cover anywhere near the cost of an MOT and service, so I will need to prioritise that. I think my car tax and my MOT and service, they're all due. It's either May or June, I need to check that, but it's in the middle of the year anyway, so I've got a bit of time for these, but not too much, and I want to be able to. It would be amazing if I could pay for my entire MOT with cash. Obviously that does depend on my sinking funds and how much I do in terms of how well I do with my side hustles, because like I said, all of this money that goes into my sinking funds comes from there. So thank you so much if you watch my videos or buy things from Etsy or watch the ads. That's all it takes, because it all helps me in terms of being able to do these. So the next one, so I want to try and, I've been paying for my car tax 6 months at a time for ages now, and I'd quite like to be able to pay it all in one go. I think that's June. Again, I will check, but I'm 99% sure it's June. I'd like to be able to pay for 12 months in one go and have that done for the year. Just for one of those things. So I'm actually going to put £20 in the car tax one. How much is in here at the moment? So there's £30 in there at the moment. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to put £30 in there. 10, 20, 30, because I think it's June, and so it would be good, even if that gets filled and then it's just done, it would be really good to be able to pay for car tax in one go and not have to worry about that again in 6 months' time. When I pay for it, that is. Clothes wise, so this is mainly for my children and their ever-growing bodies, in terms of they are just getting taller and taller. I am going to put £10 in this. There is already, how much is in here already? So there's already £20 in there, and I'm going to put £10 in there. Again, I feel like my eldest son is going to need trousers soon. I feel like he's getting taller and so therefore he needs trousers soon. The rest of it, maybe it's just his legs that are getting longer rather than all of him, because I don't feel like he needs the rest of it. He definitely needs to wear, or he definitely will need some trousers soon. And I still have on my to-do list, and I mention this all the time, I mentioned the fact that I need to look into Vinted, and so many people comment on saying how good it is for clothes, especially children's clothes, how easy it is to use as both a buyer and a seller. But I've just read so many horror stories about the fact that people have bought stuff on there and it's come and it's like they're just horrible, like they're just in a horrible condition or they're packaged. I've read so many horror stories that I'm like, do I want to do that or not? But then at the same time, there's so many people who kind of rave about it. So if you're someone who has an opinion on Vinted, will you let me know down in the comments whether that's a good idea? I guess I'm just a bit apprehensive about what it actually, like what the state of the clothes would be that I buy. Does that make sense? Whereas if you buy them from a shop, you know that they're in a good condition and they're clean and stuff like that. I do find, yeah, we'll see, but I do have that on my to-do list. I don't really know why I'm so funny about it, because I've used eBay before. I'm not for a long time, but I have used it and it's no different in some ways. So that's just a different, I guess, audience, and I don't know why. So if you've used Vinted and had a positive experience with that, will you let me know down below, because I'm a bit anxious about doing that. However, in terms of clothes for my children, I feel like everybody says how wonderful it is that I am being a bit daft by not using that, so let me know. Self-care, I'm not going to put anything in there for now. I've only got one £10 note left, to be fair. I'm not putting anything in self-care for now. I don't really know what to put in there. And I'm doing a no spend year anyway, so again, this seems a bit indulgent when I'm supposed to be not spending money on anything. Beauty, likewise, I don't need anything in there. And then the final £10, because I've got garden and then I've got savings. Now, I mentioned these before, so there's £60 in my savings envelope, and actually that came from my grandpa for my birthday, and he died the week before Christmas. So it seems even more important now that I use that for something that's not just everyday stuff. Like, I feel like because he gave me that and he's not here anymore, I need to use that for something that is more important somehow. So I'm going to leave that there for now until I figure out what to do. So this final £10 is going to go in the garden envelope, and there is already £20 in here, to be fair. So I'm just going to add that final £10 in there. And if you've watched my no spend year video, and I'll leave a link below to that, I do have quite a lot of garden work I would like to get done this year, including one of the walls in the garden. This, though, is, in my mind, as you can maybe tell from this was to buy lovely plants to make my garden look really pretty. So like tulips are my favourite flower, for example. So I'd like to get lots of tulip bulbs in, and I'd quite like to get a cherry blossom tree to plant in there and to make it really nice and like the garden I'd like. That's for this, not the garden wall that is the thing I mentioned in my no spend year video about needing to do, which I think will cost quite a lot of money. This is for the smaller things that are not as costly but hopefully will make it look really pretty. And that is the end of my sinking funds update. That's the £80 put into the different sinking funds for now. Like I said, I haven't even put any in any of the Christmas things yet, or in the school holidays fund, because I wanted to focus on some of these, as I've mentioned throughout the video. So that is my first sinking funds update for January 2025, and indeed for the first sinking funds update of 2025 itself. So yeah, how are your sinking funds looking? Have you got your setup sorted yet? If not, why not? Like I said, all of this is available in my Etsy store. If you want any of those, you can join me. And if you ever want me to make you a personalised one, just send me a message and I'm sure I can try and do my best in terms of that as well. But like I said, that is my sinking funds setup. So let me know down below how yours are looking. What are your categories this year? I have added a couple to mine, and so I am happy about the setup for now and how I'm kind of organise it in my own head to ensure that my financial journey this year is smoother than ever. So yes, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you again very soon.